Well, I'm finally talking about these in the right order. At least, I'm pretty sure this is the episode that aired today. Either way, I'm talking about Parental Glideance. And again, this was a really fun episode this season. They're really knocking it out of the park with the slice of life stuff this season. Of course, it doesn't hurt that we get to meet Rainbow Dash's parents and add more to her backstory. And I love that we got that through Scootaloo, because that just seems fitting. Plus, it was just so much fun to see Scootaloo just fangirling out after meeting Rainbow's parents and learning more about her past. So, funny story, a while ago I made a joke to some friends that I'd love to see Christopher Titus as Rainbow Dash's dad. Mostly because I want to have all my favorite actors and comedians in the show at some point. And I just figured that seemed the most appropriate role for him. And when we finally did get to meet Rainbow Dash's dad, whose name I can't remember for some reason, I could actually hear Titus's voice coming out of that design. And it'd make for kind of a meta joke since his dad was the complete opposite of Rainbow Dash's dad. But the voice we got was good too, and I knew that was just a pipe dream. But yeah, Rainbow Dash's parents being basically helicopter parents really does explain her I'm awesome attitude. But them cheering for everything she did, even losing, I think also helped her keep her humble. Or at least embarrassed enough to where she didn't get too big an ego. So that she didn't end up like, say, Sky Stinger. But still, I think you can see how the constant praise shaped the Rainbow Dash we know and love today. I do wonder if they put that heavenly choir sound in the door while Rainbow was still living with them or after she left. Either way, it's amazing, and I love that Scootaloo used it when she told them that Rainbow Dash was a Wonderbolt. I want one of those doors. Speaking of younger Rainbow Dash, we got some really interesting moments in that flashback of hers. The most interesting being Ditzy actually being the best flyer in the class. At least until her eyes start getting all wall-eyed like we know her now. That's why they call her Ditzy Degenerative Eye Disease Do. Aww, I made myself sad. Still, if you put all those pieces we've seen together, I feel Ditzy's led a very interesting life. I hope one day we get an episode on that. Another surprise appearance in the flashback was Lightning Dust. So they're either in the same class or close to the same class. Heck, I'm pretty sure I saw some of the Wonderbolts there too, so I don't know what's going on anymore. I just know it was hilarious watching Rainbow Dash be embarrassed by her way too supportive parents. Until she yelled at them. But even then she wasn't entirely wrong, she just handled it the wrong way. But hey, family makes you crazy. Speaking of family though, when Scootaloo confronted Rainbow Dash about that, did they confirm she's an orphan? Because she did say she'd love to have supportive parents like that. Or at least some pony to support her. Either way, it paints a really bleak picture. Because there's really only two options I can think of. One, she is an orphan. Or two, she has the worst parents in the world. Because it would mean, in addition to not being supportive, they're not being supportive of their potentially disabled daughter. Holy crap, that is dark. I mean, it's hard to believe it, but the orphan is actually the better option. Because then at least she could be adopted by some pony who would take care of her and would encourage her. And that seems to be Rainbow Dash's family. Especially given that ending there, which, is great for Scootaloo, but you gotta start feeling sorry for Cherry this season. She had to rewrite all those equations after Flurry Heart erased them with her mouth, and then her classroom gets disrupted by all the cheering and shouting for Scootaloo. And then, well, that other thing that's going to come up in a later episode, which I'll get to when it actually airs in the US, and then you can come back here and hear my pony thoughts.